Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to learn how to make a web service request in Tally. Tally can act as a web client and web server. But in this video I'm going to show you how Tally can act as a web client and send a request to the web service which is running on a remote machine or a local machine. So the web service will process the request and send response back to Tally in the form of JSON or XML. So we can parse the response and save in Tally database. So I made a simple web service which is running on my local system. From Tally I'm sending a GET request to the web service asking for ledger. So the web service will process the request and send list of ledger back to Tally in the form of JSON. So I will pass the JSON and create new ledger. So let's see how it works. So this is my backend script and I am using PHP here. So from Tally I am going to make a request to this file ledger.php. Inside this file I had a class called ledger model which is a data class and holds information about ledger. Inside this class I have variables called ledger name, ledger group, ledger state, ledger address, ledger GST and ledger country. And I also had a constructor which gets called whenever a new instance of this class is created. So inside this constructor I am initializing these variables to the data passed as parameters. In the main code I had an array called LED list to which I am adding new ledger model objects with some random ledger information. Below this array I had another array called LED response to which I am adding a LED list array with key name as ledger. So finally I am encoding LED response array to JSON using JSON encode function, and using printr function I am printing the result. So next I'm starting my web server using PHP -s localhost port 80. So the web server is started and running on localhost on port number 80. So now let's go and check whether it is working properly. I open my browser. So I'm going to send a request to the web service which is running on localhost ledgers.php. Yeah. So you can see the response here. So that means our web service is running successfully. So this is the JSON response which we are going to pass in Tally. So this JSON response contains an object called ledger and some random party information. So in TDL I had two collections. One is the main collection called remote ledger collection and second is the summary collection called remote LED extract. So in the main collection I am setting data source as HTTP JSON and passing the web service URL and also setting encoding to UTF-8. So in the summary collection I am using source collection attribute and setting this to the main collection, and then I am using walk attribute to loop through the object called ledger which is the main object in the response JSON, and also computing the name to the LED name which is the actual name in the response JSON. So the group to the LED group and country to the LED country, state to LED state, address to LED address, and finally GST to LED GST. Then I am altering the menu gateway of Tally and added a new item called post ledgers. So whenever the item post ledgers is clicked, it calls a function called create ledgers. So inside the function create ledgers I am looping through the summary collection using walk collection attribute and creating a new ledger using new object attribute, and then setting the required information called like ledger name, ledger parent, ledger address, ledger country, state name and GST. And finally using save target attribute I am creating this new ledger. So at the end of this process I am showing a success message called ledgers created successfully. So now let's check how it works. So I load the TDL into Tally. So I got a new option here, post ledgers. So before going to click on this option, so I want to make sure that I don't have any ledgers exist already. So let's go to accounts info, ledgers, alter. So you can see here I have only one ledger called profit and loss. So now I am going to click on this option in the main menu, post ledgers. So I got the success message called ledgers created successfully, So let's go and see whether the ledgers are created or not. So go to accounts info, ledgers, so ledgers, alter, yeah. So we have 4 ledgers, you can see here. So the web service is successfully working. So okay guys, that's all for this video. I hope you like this video. So if you like this video, please share, subscribe and comment.